Hi guys, Khushal Kumar here, and this is part 21 of my C programming language tutorial. And in this tutorial we're going to be learning about local and global variables. So let's get started. So here we have our main function, and if we create an integer variable like this is within this block, and give it a value 10, and now print it on the screen. A is %d for integer. What this will do is print A on the screen. Now let us create another user defined function, fun1, and you must know that we haven't written anything here like int or float. This means that the default return type will be given to this function, and that default return type is int. So you can omit int here also. It's just that you should remember this. Now let's do something like print that A on the screen here. A is %d for integer A. Let me build it. As you see, there's an error on this line, and that error is A undeclared. So what this is saying is A is undeclared. Let me just comment it like this and now run it. As you can see, the output is A is 10. Now what you should do is call this fun1 here and try to run it. It's not working. The reason is, as it's saying A is undeclared, that means A is declared in this function, in this block. So A is only accessible within this block. So out of this block here or anywhere in the program, A is not recognized. A will be recognized only in this block. So what will happen is, when you try to print A here, the compiler says that there is no A in this block. So what you can do is create A, give it some value, or it will take some garbage value, and now if you run it, it will be successful in printing A is 10, which is for this one, and A is 20 for this one. You should also observe that both variables have the same name. That is because this A is only recognized here, and after that compiler doesn't know what A is. And in this block, this is a new A. It is totally different from this one here. So it doesn't matter if it's an A or B or C or anything. So the variable which is defined within a block and which can only be accessed within that block is called a local variable. This A is a local variable for this function, and this A is a local variable for this function. So that was about local variables. Now let us create a global variable. Global variable is always declared outside any function. It's declared in the program like this, int glo. Let's delete all of this and this too. Now if you print this global variable here, let me put a new line here. Let's see what happens. As you can see, glo is 0. So unlike a local variable, it didn't take any garbage value. Whenever you don't initialize a global variable with some value, the compiler automatically gives it a value of 0. So that's why global is 0 here. Now one more interesting thing is that if you create a global variable with the same name here and try to print it on the screen, you will see that both of these variables are totally different. Now let's call this function fun1 here and try to run it. As you can see, glo is 10, glo is 0, which is in this case, and glo is 10, which is in this case. This is because whenever you define a global variable and then you define a local variable with the same name as a global variable, the precedence is given to the local variable within that block. Here there is no local variable with the same name as the global variable, thus glo has the value intact, which is 0. But in this case, there is another local variable which is totally different from this variable, in spite of the fact that both have the same name. So in this case, local variable gets the precedence, and glo here is not this glo, it's this glo. So the value of 10 gets printed on the screen. So one question could come to mind, that why do we use global variables. So the reason is, when you use a local variable like this, you cannot use this global variable which has value of 10 here. So sometimes you want to use one variable for many functions in the program. So in that case, you use a global variable like this. So that's all for this one. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't to get notifications about my new videos. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.